women's rights activist. He brings a conservative point of view to black issues. His mission, to provide a forum for honest discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project Studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation, Double Barrel J's edition. And I got the one, the only mind of Jamal. How are you doing, brother?
Well, Jermain, I got a question. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? 1, 2, 3. Hello, Jermain. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Double Barrel J's. It's Wednesday, Hump Day.
Absolutely. I'm going to need everybody to do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share, all right? We got a lot to discuss tonight, and let me tell you something. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. All right? Absolutely. We got clips that'll make you cry, clips that'll make you mad, all right? Clips that'll make you call your baby mama and curse her out. Yeah, we got them type of clips. Absolutely. So we need your help. We need you to hit that like button and make sure you do share, all right? Folks are starting to find me again, ladies and gentlemen. You better believe it. You see all the hell I'm creating on Facebook? Yeah, I'm moving to other platforms and creating hell as well. They're starting to find me. Yeah. And I like it, you know, in a sense. I like the debates that are coming from these new age liberals, is what I call it. These new age liberals somehow, they haven't got off their mother's teats yet. And it's really, really, really fun to debate them and knock them off their square, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I can tell you, here in Minnesota, it is still burning with liberals and burning with idiots and fraud. You can't get around it. It started snowing again. We were in the 50s, 55 the other day. I was tap dancing, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's back to being cold again. The weather is, I'm telling you, the weather is like a bipolar woman. You just don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. Brother, how is it in your neck of the woods? How is it down there in Durham?
69 degrees.
Oh, my goodness.
Right now, it is 50. I'm going to tell you how. Right now, it is 59. It's nighttime. And it is, just telling you the weather real quick, 52 degrees.
That's
Jermain,
night.
We're not live on Facebook. Facebook isn't live.
Oh, Facebook is not live. Let me make sure. Let me make sure, because it looked like, okay, stream. Okay, let me see, because I'm thinking that.
Oh, my bad, Jermain. It's 61 degrees.
Oh, 61.
My bad. It's 61 degrees
okay.
here right now.
Oh, okay. I know what's is doing one of those again. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about the evil folks at Facebook. They so evil. They do certain things to streamers, especially folks like myself, folks that they don't like and they don't want. They do some evil things, very evil. Mm-hmm. With the stuff that, you know, We're streaming here. Let me go ahead and put this up here. For some reason, yeah. Yeah, see, it literally took away everything that I set up, which is so evil. I done set the whole stream up, and it's acting as if I didn't set nothing up. So while this takes me just a minute to do here, let's go ahead and get rocking with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Please do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right. We want to make sure that we reach as many folks as we can, especially the folks who are twisted in the wind. There's folks like me and you, the folks who have the same mindset, who are sitting there thinking, hey, I don't know if there's other folks like myself out in the world. Folks that are smart, folks who have what I call the light of the Lord. Okay? There's not too many folks who have that. You know, so in my personal opinion, we got to make sure that we reach those folks so that we have a very good community here, all right? Because without doing that, let me tell you something, it becomes very, very, very hard to do stuff. Now, let me go ahead here and stop this real quick. Bow. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll add this. Look, I'm so good. I'm doing it on the fly. Yeah, that's how good I am. I'm doing it on the fly. All right. So with that being said,
you got a blessing, Jermain. Somebody done blessed you.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and give Kelabella 823 the customaries. Says happy hump day, flaming with the double J's. 58 in St. Louis, Missouri. Absolutely. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So we got this here. All right. Perfect. All right. So with that being said, brother, let's go ahead and begin here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to go ahead here and speak to you guys about this video here that a lot of people are sharing. Now, I want to go ahead and say this. Facebook is now starting. So if you're on Facebook and you and are watching from a different platform, you can go back to Facebook. Facebook, we are now live on there. Shout out to Facebook for screwing with a brother, because I already had it set up and apparently it acted silly. I want to speak to you guys about black Democrats who speak about racism, speak about white people, but yet they are married to a white person. Yeah, I want to speak to you about those folks. Okay, there's plenty of folks. We talk about Kamala Harris, right? Kamala Harris is one of those folks. We're gonna talk about Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar, she's another one. Speak all day about America and white folks, and look it up. Even Don Lemon the same way. God. How are these black folks able to do this and escape scrutiny? How? I want to go ahead and run this. When I come back, I want to speak to you guys about it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share, all right? We need your help. We certainly do. Here we go. Here we go.
different level. And by the way, this whole thing, they talk about the white culture and, let me tell you, it's all about the white culture, this, and, we have a problem with this. Every one of these guys, as much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Kamala Harris's spouse, white. Ilhan Omar's spouse, white. AOC spouse, white. Every one of these guys, you keep talking about them. They're trying to go to that. It's not working.
There you go. Let me play that again. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share.
Level. And by the way, this whole thing, they talk about the white culture and, let me tell you, it's all about the white culture, this, and, we have a problem with this. Every one of these guys, as much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Kamala Harris's spouse, white. Ilhan Omar's spouse, white. AOC spouse, white. Every one of these guys, you keep talking about them. They're trying to go to that. It's not working.
Bow. So what Patrick Bet David is saying is absolutely correct. It's fire.
True.
Fire. It's true. These folks make a living by talking about white people while married to white people. And I want folks to understand that is the grift, right? Grift has become a new word in the English lexicon, in the American lexicon, I should say. Folks love that word, so I'm going to use it. They're grifting, all right? Yeah, they certainly are. They know white folks ain't that bad. They know it. That's why they're married to them. And ladies and gentlemen, these black folks, what they're doing is they're placating to the dumb black folks who have hate in their heart. Okay? There's plenty of black folks in America here who have hate in their heart. They go to church and tap dance for Jesus all day long. And as soon as they hop out that church, they hating on white folks. You better believe it. Brother, what do you think about what he said? Is it correct? Is it wrong? I mean, what do you think?
You know what, Jermaine? I'm going to say this right here. It's worse than that. Soon as they don't have to hop out the church and they're hating white people. All it's coming from the pulpits.
Yeah.
This is, now, as a Christian, this Black History Month crap is not supposed to be taught in churches. See, what people don't understand, the only history supposed to be taught in church is the Bible.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to teach American history in church. Because you know why? America's not a perfect nation. And America has some things we have done, present, past, that the Lord God was to judge us on. We're in trouble. The same thing with the Black community. And the people that we brag about during the Black History Month are ones that's the worst.
The worst.
Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. What's good to praise them in a church? Well, they're the first Black president. Who cares? And if you hate white folk, yo precious Barack Obama, mama white.
Yep.
And Obama was raised by white folk, upper middle class white people.
And how come Obama ain't never speak about his white family, his white side of the family? What's wrong with him?
Because you know why? Because he know dumb Negroes that play well. That plays well with dumb Negroes. Why? Because that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear the white man this and as a black man. Bruh, you ain't all black.
Yeah.
You's a half.
He's a half-breed, and then he want credit.
And then they sit there and they say this crap. And then they expect everybody to go along with it because they know they can get an audience for it. Yeah. Let's tell the truth, Jermaine. Because I was on a debate stage today on TikTok. These black folk are sitting there putting down black people who do farming, trade work.
Ridiculous.
Because we think we too good. Why you want to have black people doing trade? Black people tired of building up America. but
Oh
you ain't tired
Lord,
of building up the prisons.
those black folk, there's something wrong with them. There
Yes.
is, and I attribute it to a lot of it to black feminism too. Black feminism is in there as well. Jamal, these black folks, there's something wrong with them. There is. There's something wrong with the brain. The brain ain't firing correctly. They're doing this as a grift so that they can trick black folks into voting for them and for them to go along with their agenda. They know that most black folks, they love to hate.
Yes.
I'm just being honest.
That's true.
If you want to see a group of folks who love to hate, all right, black folks love to hate. They'll sit there and hate on you. As a matter of fact, and Jamal could probably attest to this, and I don't think it's primarily hating, but it's part of the culture, even roasting. You know what I'm saying? White folks don't have a culture where you sit there and you roast each other. That's part of the hating, But black folk, we do that. We'll sit there and we'll roast each other. Somebody may call me dark as train smoke. Somebody might call, Jamal, I was going to say something else, but I'm going to stop because we ain't roasted right now.
Oh, light skin.
But that's what it comes down to, the hating and stuff like that. They know, so they're feeding into that, and there's so many black folks out there who cannot see the truth. They're still stuck in color. So if you're black and you're speaking about color, let me tell you something, you can amass a big following, all right? And there's so many white folks out there who are, in my eyes, retarded. There's something wrong with them. Their brain ain't thinking well. They will hear these black folks disparage white people, talk bad about white people, just call them the most awfulest names. But yet they'll keep their mouths shut and still sleep with them and be with them for fear of retribution of being called a racist, all right, or even appearing to have that label on them. That's how weak they are. What's so crazy is that in America here, we could get black folks to say, hey, you better come with us because you're black. Why are you saying this? You're black, this, that, and the third. But white folks, they don't say this stuff like that. They don't say, hey, why are you saying that you're white? So this is the comparison. This is, what is going on. And white folks in general need to stand up for what's right. And I think that white folks who are sitting back and allowing black folks to disparage the white community like this, they need to be called out.
Yep.
White folks need to do some checking. Because guess what? Black folks do it. How come white folks can't do it? You see Tommy sitting there with an ugly black chick and she's talking crap about white people and Tommy ain't saying nothing about it. You better check Tommy. You better say, hey, what's wrong with you? You gonna let your black ass girlfriend with her dark lips say stuff like this? Huh? Yeah, white folks better do some checking. Last words on this here, brother.
You know what, Jermaine? And I'm laughing, but if somebody white talks about someone blacks and bring out the fact, the first thing black people do, hey, you better get your little white girlfriend. You better tell your little white girlfriend. Black folk do that when they relative is dating someone that's white and say something that they don't like. Hey, I heard she don't need to be saying that. Or they just jump on her like a bunch of wild orangutans.
Yeah.
Done lost their mind.
Like they can't think.
But Jermaine, it's just so true. Every time you see these black folk always complaining about racism, complaining, are literally bending over and grabbing their ankles for the white man, white supremacy. Don Lemon, the famous Don Lemon. White men are evil.
He's just out of control.
When he get up in the morning, white men are evil.
Yeah, and then while he's sucking on a white man, he an evil man.
And it's like nobody has went on his show and said, how you gonna talk about white supremacy? You got some white stuff on the side of your lips. Mr. Lemon.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a white man.
You talking about white folks and white supremacy all day, and then at night you're over there tap dancing for your white man, for your white husband. Yeah, that Negro's crazy. Let's go ahead and move forward, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. Make sure you do shall. Make sure you shall. I want to go ahead and show you guys this video here. It's absolutely hilarious. All right. It is. It's an animation cartoon. It's supposed to be meant as a Pixar joint, but it's not. It's really good, and I want you guys to see it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. It is titled "Nobody is Illegal." Let me tell you. And let me say, it's a very good video. Take a look.
Nobody is illegal on stolen land. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in.
Who in the hell is ringing my doorbell at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Good afternoon, miss. You've been supporting open immigration, and we were hoping we could house Abdul and his beautiful family here for a while.
Not here.
That means leave!
White liberals!
Wow, we got
is illegal on stolen land. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in.
Who in the hell is ringing my doorbell at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Good afternoon, miss. You've been supporting open immigration, and we were hoping we could house Abdul and his beautiful family here for a while.
Not here.
That means leave!
White liberals!
Yeah, there you go. White liberals. Let me tell you something. Doing the fake virtue signaling. You know, white liberals love the virtue signal. They do. Brother, what do you think about this? I think it's accurate to the T. What do you think?
Well, if you remember correctly, Jermaine, that literally happened with Martha Stewart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not only Martha Stewart, Martha's Vineyard. Excuse me, not Martha Stewart. Martha Vineyard,
yeah.
When Governor DeSantis sent all those illegals to Martha Vineyard, and they hurried up and got them up out of there. They was like, goodness, we welcome. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. They hurried up and got them out of there quicker than a piece of chicken around nigga.
I'm telling you.
A piece of chicken won't last around somebody black. That's how quick they got them up out of there. It was a blink they were gone. Had the National Guard and everything, put them on the bus as they hugged them. We so glad you and got them up out of Martha Vineyard. So this video literally is what happened at Martha Vineyard.
It is. I think this video is absolutely hilarious. When I seen it, I thought about Billie Eilish when she was on the stage talking about nobody's illegal on stolen land. And then those Indians, contacted her and said, hey, you got a big ass mansion on our land. We wondering if we can go ahead and cook some goat meat over there, and do some powwows. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't like the powwows and the goat meat. She didn't want the ayahuasca or the peyote smoke around there. You get what I'm saying? She didn't want the peyote. She good with the marijuana smoke and meth smoke, you know what I'm saying? She good with that, but the peyote, she don't want that. She don't want the powwows. She don't want the goat meat. She don't want none of that stuff over there. So I think it's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. Liberals love to grift like that until you actually put them to the test. And when you put them to the test, you actually make them stand on their words. They always fail and they run. And I think that people need to start calling them out on it. Like, hey, if you're saying all this, why don't you allow them to come live with you? Yeah, why don't you be the shining example for all of us? And you know what? They never do. Last words.
You know what, Jermain? Before I move any further, I would like to thank Shane Terry. Shane Terry, thank you for your kindness and generosity.
Shout out to Shane Terry, brother Shane.
Through PayPal. Thank Jermain. Thank you, Shane, for hitting PayPal. But absolutely. These people are hypocrites. They are seriously hypocrites. Now, I blame the Republican Party for not going after them. Every Republican should be telling Ilhan Omar she married her brother.
Yep.
Every Republican, every time you go to the floor, yes, I rise to say something. Yes. As we all know that Ilhan Omar was boinking her brother a bunch of times, and they were sharing the same sleeping bag. And some Jamie Lannister, Cersei Lannister stuff was going on.
Yeah.
Every Republican, when she on a committee talking, and they said, the Honorable Jamal, Congressman Jamal, you got 5 minutes. Yes, I would like to address the person here to testify. But before I go any further, Ilhan Omar, you was banging your brother.
Yep.
Do you feel this is right? Every time you turn around, that will be coming and force the media to do it. I will have Congress to a speeding halt because we talk about it so much. That's the way you stop it. That's the way you do it.
You're absolutely correct. It's the way that you stop it, and it's the way that you get these folks to shut up. Completely shut up. You know, that's why I think sometimes the Republicans, I don't know if they don't do certain things because they think they're above that, or they just they don't do it because they're not smart enough. I don't know. I think it's the first one though. I think they don't do it because they think they're above it. What do you think?
Jermain, a lot of Republicans, it's both. I'm going to tell you why. Because Republicans love to be like, we do not do that. We have a physiological debate.
Yeah.
We can tell you why liberalism is wrong. But they don't like Trump because Trump got in and showed how weak and feckless they are and what the base wanted. The base just wanted somebody that would really fight back and won't apologize. Instead of every time you say something about Barack Obama. Now listen. Barack Obama's a good man, and his wife's a good man too. Barack Obama's a good man, and his wife is a good man too.
These people are retarded.
Every time you turn around, if somebody say something, Trump ain't do that. Trump said he an idiot, but Obama black. Well, he a black idiot, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, absolutely correct. You know, I'm just so sick and tired of Republicans not, being strong fighters. We only have a few of them on one hand that we could say are very strong fighters. Other than that, the other folks, I don't know what they're doing. They're playing games. There's ways for them to do it, but they just not want to do it. So we shall see. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. This next video here, I want to speak to you guys about. And this is hits kind of close to home here. In Minneapolis, we have a lot of teachers who are outside protesting, okay? And these teachers are mostly women, females, white women, all right? And I'm just very honest about this. I'm just very honest about it. I don't believe students should be involved in the protesting or in this type of debate. And I see too many teachers, administrators trying to rally up students to, make posters and for them to, vocalize their, disdain for ICE. I think is absolutely wrong. In this video here, at an Illinois public school, all right, Illinois public school, there is a student who is supporting ICE. He ends up walking through the school saying that he supported ICE, and he actually finds himself a little bit of some trouble. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I also want to give a shout out to Shane Terry. Shane Terry donated on PayPal. Shout out to Shane Terry. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to J9000, gifted a subscription to Conservative Nation. Shout out to J9000. All right, here we go. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
We support ICE and law enforcement. I support ICE.
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know what's crazy about this.
Yeah, I'm going to punch you.
You're gonna punch me?
Yes.
And you're gonna get in trouble for that.
Okay.
Whoa. Chill out, bro. I stand for my beliefs. I'm gonna peacefully stand here and support my beliefs. I support ICE and law enforcement.
Peacefully fuck yourself.
Whoa. That's against school code. No swearing in the school.
I bet he's from a single mama. How much you want to bet? His mama let him get that fat too.
I support ICE and law enforcement. Am I allowed to stand here?
You are allowed to walk around.
Okay. I'm allowed to have this sign too, like everyone else? Okay.
Be part of the protest.
I just stand for my beliefs, like this is support ICE and law enforcement. I support ICE.
That's crazy, bro.
I don't know what's crazy about this.
Yeah, I'm going to punch you.
You're gonna punch me?
Yep.
And you're gonna get in trouble
for that. He was raised by mama.
Whoa. Chill out, bro. I stand for my beliefs. I'm gonna peacefully stand here and support my beliefs. I support ICE and law enforcement.
Peacefully fuck yourself.
Whoa. That's against school code. No swearing in the school.
They're on their way there right now. We also have students walking out of the building as well.
Hey, what kind of school they
I
got?
support ICE and law enforcement. Am I allowed to stand here?
You are allowed to walk around.
Okay. I'm allowed to have this sign too, like everyone else? Okay.
Talking about a school.
I just stand for my beliefs, like this is okay.
There you go. So you got a student there who is holding a poster saying that he supports ICE and law enforcement. There's a fat white boy, probably raised by his mama. See single mamas out there? You see what happened when you raise a young man? He has your emotions. He can't think well. Brother, what do you think? Fat white boy punches another boy because he's upset. He doesn't like ICE. What do you think?
That's what I'm thinking. You know what, Jermaine? In all seriousness, I have said this repeatedly. If you are too young to buy a handgun, if you're too young to buy a rifle, you need to be too young to be out there protesting. What we are seeing here witnessing is the Republican Party allowing the Democrat Party to recruit. They are going to
there
these
you go.
schools
See, he beat me to it. Gosh darn, you smart.
And
Jamal, you know you smart, right? Sorry about that. You know you smart.
I got a high school diploma.
Yeah, I just want to say that you smart, brother. Go ahead.
They're recruiting. And see, here's the thing. Republicans for years have been saying, oh, the Democrat Party, they go to
I literally was just about to say that.
Colleges, and they go to colleges and they get and they poison the college. And they show kids graduating from school, then they got the thing dropping in their head. Well, they're getting them in high school.
Mm-hmm.
They have been corrupting them in high school. Every time Republicans turn their eyes to focus on one turning point, USA did good with Charlie Kirk going on a college campus, but people never asked the question, are they being radicalized before they come to college? Oh no, Jamal, the parents are there making sure they do everything good, and it's just when they go to them universities. No, it is starting in high school by their peers.
Yeah.
Because peer pressure tells them, you can't say you ain't like ICE, you ain't cool, you ain't my friend. You gonna have to sit at the table with the uncool people. And that weighs down on teenagers. So the Democrat Party is just like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
They start them when they're young.
Very, very young. They groom them, actually.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you beat me to it. I literally was gonna say that they start recruiting early. And then you start saying, yeah, they used it for a recruiting ground. I said, this brother's smart. Look at him. You smart like a coon, let me tell you. Brother, you're absolutely correct. You had a, hold on, fire assessment. I want to tell you, fire assessment. Yeah, absolutely correct. They groom them very early. You know, the teachers, most of the time, 99% of the time, they going to be liberal. Okay? And liberals, let me tell you something. They love breaking the law. They certainly do. And they're going to break the law by introducing certain things to your children that you don't want them to be introduced to. Liberals are all about emotional learning right now because most of our teachers are females, which I have a problem with. All right? Because the women aren't sticking to reading, writing, and arithmetic. They're into emotional learning. They're into activist learning. And that's exactly what they're doing in college. And that's exactly what you're seeing here in high school. They're training them very early for them to be activated. And the earlier you get to the children, the more you can warp their brain. And these children, a lot of them are warped, like that fat white boy. I can tell he was raised by a liberal white mama. White mama was probably like, you go to school there and you make sure anybody speaking about ICE good, you beat them down. That's a liberal for you.
Yeah.
Liberals are about acting out in emotion. They don't think. All right? I want folks to understand. Liberals are like a woman. If you think about a woman, you think about a liberal. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, some women, they have to fight against their own nature.
Yep.
Yeah, women out there. Yeah. You have to fight against your own nature so that you can be good. Nobody ever says this about women. That's why when we speak about Republican women, conservative women, and how good they are, they literally have to fight against their own nature because it's easy for them to go along with that nature evil.
Yep.
Very easy. Hey, this guy says that he's a woman too, right? And you feel in your heart that, in a sense, if you go against it, he's going to feel bad and it will hurt you. Mm-hmm. So guess what? As a woman, you keep your mouth shut and you go along with it. You do that with your friends too. That's why women don't make good friends. Women know what I'm talking about. That's why a lot of them say, I don't have female friends. Women are catty, right? Yeah. Guys don't say that. I never met a guy who said, I don't have guy friends. Guys are assholes. Guys, we don't. Women would rather be friends with us because we're truly friends. If guys don't like you, right? We don't like you. Yeah, I know that's hard for women to understand. If we don't like it, we don't like it. We're not going to sit here and placate. We're not going to be your friend just to be your friend, and then when you're not around, we talk about you. We don't do that. Guys don't do that. If we don't like you, we don't like you. We'll tell you, it's like, this guy's funny. Yeah, go fix yourself. Get away from it. We say stuff like that. Women, they won't do that. You'll see a woman who's crazy, out of control. You know, she got something wrong with her dress, and all you women are sitting there saying, shh, 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 right? Shh, shh, shh. And when the woman passing by, you're laughing at her. Yeah, Teresa, you look good. You look good, right? That's the way women are.
Good and good, bad.
Right? Even women say they get mad when they bring their husbands around other women because they know that other women, a lot of times, they doing something that they shouldn't be doing. So me just being honest about it, seeing the character, you can apply that to different avenues of life.
Yep.
And when you apply that, you can see how they behave in certain situations. And in this situation here, you can see that this boy has been activated through his emotion. He's not thinking logically, because if he were thinking logically, he would say, you know what? Why am I going to hit this guy because he believes something that I don't believe? If I hit him, I'm going to probably, go to the detention, jail, whatever, right? And then, if I go home, my parents are going to, make an example out of me. I'm going to be in trouble. But if you're raised by a single mama, I doubt it. Last words on this here, brother.
You know what, Jermain? I'm willing to bet you his mama overweight too.
Of course, got I know.
Hair. And this man is it's always men.
Yep.
Men. Lady, the reason why you got that baby, because the man that slept with you was just too lazy to jack off.
And I'm telling you.
He was just too lazy.
Some of these guys got to go to jail for that.
Yeah, I mean, dad going, but don't put a baby in that.
Yeah.
Get an OnlyFans account. But all jokes aside, Jermain, these people are sitting there radicalizing these children, and they're creating wind-up bombs. That's basically what these kids are, because they're going to find out it's going to be the FAFO, because the same as radical liberals go up, FAFO goes out. And as a lot of liberals are finding out, people ain't like, oh my God, she's a liberal, don't hit me with her car. Nope. Thum, 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 thum. Hey man, control yourself. Oh, none of that. He's trying to reach for the gun. Thum, 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 thum. And that's how you have to handle it, because they're acting like spoiled brats, and you have to get control.
Mm-hmm. That is the only way. That is the only way. Let's go ahead and move forward. let's go ahead and move forward. I want to go ahead here. There's a couple of things I want to speak about here. Let me make sure I pull this up here. All right. Next one up here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to speak to you about craziness. Since we're already on craziness, let's go ahead and speak about it. Rhode Island, let me tell you, they have some craziness there. There was a transgender dad that murdered his family, I should say. And I want you guys to listen to this. When I come back, we shall discuss it. I have a lot to say about this. A lot.
You know.
Make sure you guys hit that like button. Here we go.
A crazed shooter armed with multiple guns, who posted online threats to, quote, go berserk, and whose own reported daughter claims had, quote, mental health issues and was very sick. Who was Robert Dorgan, the trans father who fatally opened fire during a Rhode Island high school hockey game? Chaos erupted during a hockey tournament at Lynch Arena in Pawtucket, Rhode Island on February 16th, when gunshots rang out from the stands around 2:30 p.m., causing families and players to scramble for safety. Harrowing live stream video captured the unfolding chaos as clumps of spectators sprinted to the exit as approximately 11 gunshots were fired from the stands. Many players on the bench pushed to squeeze out of the box, with some ditching their skates in the process. Others vaulted over the barrier surrounding the rink and headed straight for the locker room. 2 people were killed during the heinous massacre, and 3 others were critically injured in what police described as a targeted family dispute. The shooter was later identified as Robert Dorgan, a 56-year-old father whose son was a North Providence high school senior that was competing in the hockey tournament. Dorgan, who was trans and went by the female alias Roberta Esposito, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound at the scene. Officials said Dorgan fatally shot one of his own sons and the boy's mother. According to a GoFundMe page, Dorgan's 23-year-old son Aiden and his ex-wife Rhonda were confirmed as the victims who were killed. Investigators are also still probing a motive for the bloodshed, but court documents show that the father's transgender identity appeared to be a source of multiple family court battles in the years prior. According to filings obtained by WPRI, Dorgan's ex Rhonda filed for divorce from the crazed shooter back in 2020, citing his, quote, narcissistic and personality disorder traits and his gender reassignment surgery. Rhonda later amended the reasoning for their split, which was finalized in 2021, blaming it on, quote, irreconcilable differences, which have caused the immediate breakdown of the marriage. Police believe Dorgan was intentionally targeting his own family when he opened fire in the stands and then killed himself. A woman spotted leaving the Pawtucket police station in the wake of the shooting identified herself as the gunman's daughter, confirming that her father had mental health issues.
My father was a shooter.
What happened?
He shot my family. He has mental health issues.
Any idea why he would have done this?
He's sick. He's very sick.
The night before the bloodshed, the 56-year-old dad, who underwent gender reassignment surgery in 2020, also made an ominous post on X. In response to a post calling trans Democratic Representative Sarah McBride a man, Dorgan wrote, "Keep bashing us, but do not worry why we go berserk." Dorgan also posted a similar response to a post from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. In other X posts, Dorgan offered his support for the Second Amendment and ICE, and his disdain for abortion. Dorgan also appeared to be a Nazi sympathizer and had a history of spewing anti-Semitic and racist rhetoric on social media, making repeated references to white power and white pride worldwide in several post replies. The day before his rampage at the hockey rink, Dorgan posted an anti-Asian slur as he replied to a video praising Adolf Hitler. One photo posted online even showed Dorgan brandishing a large SS symbol tattoo on his right arm, a reference to Hitler's secret police force. Pawtucket Police Chief Tina Goncalves praised a Good Samaritan who she said stepped in and attempted to subdue Dorgan. Witnesses said the man, the father of another hockey player, disarmed Dorgan, but he had a backup firearm, both of which police retrieved at the scene.
Bow. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. What do you guys think about this? That sucker's crazy. Let me tell you. Absolutely crazy. You guys see the way he was dressed? In my personal opinion, I believe if you are transgendered, you have a mental disorder. According to the DSM, gender dysphoria is a mental disorder. Liberals have made transgenderism, in a sense, trendy for the young folks. And they've accepted it as a normality, and I think that is wrong. I think in history, when we look back at stuff like this, people will say, you know what? They were so wrong to do that. Jamal, what do you think about this? The way this guy looks, and he looks.
Nobody is illegal on stolen.
He looks absolutely crazy, and I want folks to
a crazed shooter armed with multiple.
See the picture again here. Let me go ahead and show him. Because he looks absolutely crazy. You can't tell me that this guy ain't crazy. Let me go ahead and show you. Look at him. He got his nails painted. All right, and then he got his hair done. Here's another picture of him. Look at him. Lipstick. Remember I told you guys about the unnatural hair color. Folks who have unnatural hair color, and women love to do this. Even the psychologists say that people who dye their hair unnatural colors are crazy. They are mentally disturbed. Yeah, it's just not a liberal thing. I know, ladies and gentlemen, right? I know some women out there want to rip me up, right? I know you want to, but hug me first. Hug me before you rip me up. I'm saying, if you're doing this, you're making your hair unnatural color, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, you do it like punani green or let me stop. Barney purple, maybe. There's something wrong with you. Look at the way he looks. You can't tell me this guy is sane, but a liberal would. Brother, what do you think about this and what this guy did? I'm never going to call this guy a she or anything. I don't play that game. What this guy did, what do you think?
He's sick. And simple and plain, these states keep making this mental disorder come. I never thought the day people would say, if somebody was to come out of their mouth and say, I was born in the wrong body, people would be like, he got a point there. No, they will lock you up in the funny farm and have you committed. He should have been committed long time ago. And I'm going to tell you, and it sounded like he was one of those activists, I wish a person would call me a man. Dude, you's a man. You got twigs and berries. And he sat there with that type of rough craziness. His wife left. I noticed.
His wife divorced him.
If that had been a Trump supporter and wife divorced him, you made a stance against bigotry. But because his wife didn't want to be married to that and she left, Did she push him over the edge? She should have stayed with him. She should have been with him like a good wife. No, that woman recognized crazy and saw crazy and said, I'm going to leave crazy alone.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. That's literally what happened here, Jermaine. They allowed this crazy man to continue to sit here, get guns and stuff like that, because he was trying to be the rough, tough transgender. That's what he was like. He was trying to be. He was going to come up to anybody else and say, I'm a man. I'm going to fight him. That's why he's showing all the muscles. Not muscle, but muscles.
Yeah, muscles. Yeah. You know, I put on the screen here, gender dysphoria. Now, I just put it in Google, gender dysphoria DSM-5. Okay, and that's the part 5. It's the clinical psychology book. Okay, and it says gender dysphoria in the DSM-5 refers to clinically significant distress or impairment resulting from a marked incongruence between one's experienced / expressed gender and assigned gender, lasting at least 6 months. It focuses on the distress caused by the mismatch, replacing older diagnosis of gender identity disorder to reduce stigma. Okay, so what they're basically saying is that a person who is confused about their gender, and it has to last over 6 months. Now, they changed the term, okay, and this is what liberals love to do because they wanted to reduce the stigma. You can see that. That's what liberals do, okay, and it's really to how can I say, downplay the mental disorder. That's why they changed the definition in a sense. And I want folks to understand that. They've done it only to downplay the severity of the disorder. Now, if I was Trump, I would make it my mission that gender dysphoria, transgenderism is clinically labeled. I want folks to understand, clinically labeled as a mental disorder, which it is, and appropriately act upon it. That means that people with this disorder who are identified cannot be in any public position. Now, I would make that a law.
Yep.
Because we've had health, I know it sounds crazy, but we've had health secretaries that had this disorder. We've had people in the government, in military positions, have disorder. I think it's absolutely wrong. And I think you're putting people in danger when you're doing this. So if I was Trump, I'd make sure that this is clinically put in the DSM, which it is. And I'd make sure to put out a law that people who are identified with disorder, I should say, are not put into any public position. Last words on this.
You know what, Jermaine? These people crazy, and we need to stop playing around with it. People understand when we was talking earlier about Barack Obama and Michael Obama. This is what Barack Obama really helped usher in. Yes, there was transgenders before Barack Obama came in, centuries, 1,000 years before, millennia before, but it won't accept it. And when people did it, they made jokes about it. Like, when Flip Wilson used to say, and the devil made me do it. It was a joke. And that's what they recognized these people as a joke. Now, these people are being told that they are right and we wrong. I want you to realize that we being told we the ones that's crazy, but that's normal. And if we don't go along and say it's normal, then we're bigots.
Yeah.
And then in the same thing, they get mad because President Trump, DOJ, arrested Don Lemon for what he did. So it's like, which is which?
I'm telling you, you just can't make it up. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Trump today was at a conference, a Black History event at the White House. Let me tell you something. He had a very good speech, and he said a few words about Nicki Minaj. Now, you know, I told somebody who is close around her camp that I'd say something, in a sense, because of the information I was told. Nicki Minaj, the reason why she's able to talk the way she is about Jay-Z and about people in the industry, and I have to give her props. Apparently, she hasn't slept with anybody. She is like a Donald Trump in a sense. Even though, you know, she has some stuff in her background that, you know, I've said, you know, ain't too nice.
Yep.
I have to give her a props. She's not compromised. Most females in the industry, especially the hip-hop industry, they're compromised. They have to sleep with somebody to get somewhere. Nicki Minaj is one of the few that has not, which I didn't know. So I personally apologize. I do. You know, I do. I think that based upon that, she's able to effectively bring out certain things that a lot of folks are scared to bring out. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and run this clip. When it come back, we shall finish the conversation here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share.
Soldiers, good stuff, right? From jazz to the blues, that you know, that you do get recognition for. Jazz, the blues, from rock and roll to rap, black artists like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters. How about Nicki Minaj? Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right? I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, you know, more importantly, frankly, she gets it. But black leaders.
Bow. So he spoke about her nails. He spoke about her skin. And Negroes were mad. They're mad. They're mad because Donald Trump was praising Nicki Minaj. They're already mad at Nicki Minaj.
Oh yes, you know.
They're mad because she didn't toe the dumb nigga line. She said, "You know what? I'm not a dumb nigga." She decided to speak the truth about what's going on, and she's somebody that these Negroes can't touch in a sense because she hasn't compromised herself. What do you think about this? The president speaking at this conference here, and also him mentioning Nicki Minaj.
You know what, Jermaine? Black folk is some of the most hypocritical liars I've ever seen. Whenever, and it's like the black community is purposely being the Democrat Party's flunkies.
Yeah.
Let's go and call a spade a spade. There's a difference between black liberal posing as black activists and black activists. And the line keep getting too blurred. Because let me tell you something. How many products out here are selling Dove and all age tightening out here selling
Lord.
have good skin where you look radiant and you glow if you buy a product for healthy, beautiful skin.
Mm-hmm.
So when he give her a compliment on healthy, beautiful skin, he's racist. What? Black folk is just hypocritical. And we don't care that everybody can see it. It's like, do you realize we can see you?
I'm telling you. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Now, I want to go ahead here and pull this up here. Let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share.
Like, share, donate. Like, share, donate.
Like, share, and donate if you can. Moving forward. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I want you guys to take a look at this. Now, I went and posted a picture on my page, and black folks were upset. And I had to deal with Dave Chappelle. Negroes love Dave Chappelle. Now, Dave Chappelle is loved by, all backgrounds, I should say. But Dave Chappelle did something that I thought was kind of wild. He went and visited Alex Pretty's memorial that was in Minneapolis there, and he brought flowers. I'm kind of shocked. I want you guys to take a look at this when it comes back. Well, I'm not kind of shocked, and I'll let you know why. When it comes back, we shall speak about it. Here we go. You see how it sounds? It sounds crazy like that. That's Minneapolis. They done turned that zone into a little chop zone.
Yep.
For folks who don't know what's going on, that zone where he's at, it's a zone where the cops don't go. It's in Minneapolis. It's kind of like a Chaz zone in how Seattle, Washington used to have that. In Minneapolis, they have a zone there where they've cut the police off from there. Shout out to Mayor Jacob Fry. He allows it. Going back. And I want you to understand, imagine living in an area like this and all you hear is folks yelling like this outside. Go back. Go for it. So there you go. Dave Chappelle. You see him there. He's looking like a streetwalker. And he walked up to Alex Pretty's memorial in that autonomous zone there where they kicked out the police. and he dropped some flowers. Now, I'm surprised that he wasn't robbed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they robbed black folks over there. I'm surprised. Maybe because he's Dave Chappelle and he has security. Who knows? What do you think about this here? Dave Chappelle, why would he bring flowers to the memorial here? What's wrong with him?
I would like to thank, before I move further, I would like to thank Miss Christian Walker. Miss Christian Walker, thank you for your kindness and
Shout out to Miss
generosity
Christian Walker.
and donation
Beautiful
to your
woman.
page. People understand Dave Chappelle is also a semi-quasi activist. Dave Chappelle is one of those people that he's a liberal, but he tries to also show that his conservative principles. This right here just goes to show you somebody was in his ear about it, or he could have just really did it because he just feels so bad about watching the man get shot who was reaching for his gun.
Yeah.
He did not know his gun was going. And this is what I've said about the whole Alexander Pretti thing, Jermain. He didn't know the gun was gone. Under his oppression, he didn't feel it get taken away.
Yeah.
So when the police, the ICE is trying to arrest him, he's actually reaching back there to pull a gun and shoot them. And he won the FAFO award.
Yeah, he certainly
did.
Certainly did. You know, people like Dave Chappelle, you know, I think that maybe he did this just to show, you know, some sort of solidarity to the folks that are suffering out there, who are, who are suffering out there, I would say. You know, but I think that him doing this is not good at all, because it shows that, in a sense, he doesn't have sense, in my personal opinion. This guy, Alex Pretti, did the wrong thing. Now, I can understand, you know, humanitarianly, he went there as a humanitarian, and, you know, he did that to show human to human, you know, emotion and whatever. He's, you know, that type of virtue signal, whatever. I understand that. But for him to do that and let me know that he's truly a liberal. When I seen him and he had a Colin Kaepernick jersey on, I knew he was a liberal there then too. There was something wrong with him. Why would you have Colin Kaepernick jersey on when you know all the stupid BS stuff that he did? Even Jay-Z, right? The liberals, the black liberals' messiah, Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
He even ran away from Colin Kaepernick. He put money up so that Colin Kaepernick, you know, and his activism would die in the NFL. Jay-Z did that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but most folks don't know. But Jay-Z only did it because he wanted all that hoopla to go down so that he can make money. He can't make money with Colin Kaepernick doing all what he's doing. So Jay-Z did it for money. So that should let you know what liberals at the end really care about. They care about that moolah. Dave Chappelle, there's so many other things he can do to bring folks together, but by him doing this, all he did is just divide folks more and more, because there's a whole bunch of folks who support him who don't support Alex Pretti and what he was doing, that he pissed off. And I don't know if those folks will support him again. Last words.
Jermain, Dave Chappelle has always played the liberal since he been back. He's from Africa when he ran. Because
yeah, he went to Africa, got crazy.
Yeah, but he had to. They was trying to get him to grab some ankles and
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
put
yeah,
some
yeah. He
pressure
said
on.
that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he said,
50
I'm
million.
not going to do that. So my thing is this, and I won't say this about it, Jermaine. I do believe that what's going on, Dave Chappelle went there like he would in his normal thing, like he did the show for George Floyd. People forgot. He did a 9-minute show for George Floyd. People thought it was a comedy, but it was a deep reflection of, as he said, I want y'all to realize this is how long that cop was on that man's neck. So he's always been into liberal activism, but he knows not to go too far because he knows Black conservatives come to his shows. Conservatives comes to his show, and he don't want to miss out on a dollar.
Yeah. Dollar. You know it. You know he doesn't want to miss out on a dollar. Next one up. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. We are going to speak about the Epstein files. Oh yeah, the Epstein files. Let me tell you something. It ain't going away. It ain't going away. I know President Trump, he wanted to go away. He I agree with him to a certain degree where he says that it's a distraction. But as long as he keeps acting as if it should just go away, these suckers are gonna harp on it. And I certainly do believe so. It ain't gonna go away very fast. Sean Ryan, all right, from his podcast. If you ever watch the Sean Ryan podcast, it's pretty good. Sean Ryan said something that got a lot of people talking. Obama recently came out, and Obama said that aliens are real. Ow! Let me say this again. Obama came out and said aliens, E.T. and them, they are real. And Sean Ryan is saying that Obama's coming out and saying this to create a distraction from the Epstein files and what's in them. I want to go ahead and run this one and come back. We shall discuss it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share.
Obama goes on some random podcast that nobody's ever heard of and just happens to drop, oh, aliens are real. Yeah, tell me that shit's not fucking orchestrated. Right in the middle of the biggest pedophile ring exposed in the fucking world. All of a sudden, we're gonna drop that aliens are real. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Fuck.
I want to play it again because you see the way he's laughing about it. You know it's orchestrated. You just can't get around it.
Obama goes on some random podcast that nobody's ever heard of and just happens to drop, oh, aliens are real. Yeah, tell me that shit's not fucking orchestrated. Right in the middle of the biggest pedophile ring exposed in the fucking world. All of a sudden, we're gonna drop that aliens are real. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Fucking aliens. Fuck off.
Bow. So, Sean Ryan. Now, I know he's speaking about aliens and he said F off and this and that. He's had folks on his show speak about aliens and their existence. The reason why he's saying this is because of the severity of the things that are coming out in the files, and for him to just all of a sudden come out and bring this up. During the Obama administration, there were rumors of Obama coming out and speaking about aliens. He didn't do it. Biden administration, apparently they were supposed to come out and say something about this as well. They didn't do it. It's rumored that Trump has a speech and everything already ready for this. I believe there's something to this, but I also believe the timing of what's being put out is a distraction from certain things that are in these files. Now, Brother Jamal, what do you think about this here? Sean Ryan is, he's a little bit, thrown back. He doesn't know why Obama will go to a no-name podcast that nobody has ever heard of to drop something this crazy at this time in history. What do you think?
Well, people forgot Barack Obama went on shows like this so he can dodge and hide the truth and nobody will do pushback. Okay, that's about that. Everybody knows there are aliens out there.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody that think God just created this one little Milky Way and didn't build nothing else.
Nothing
God
else.
didn't build
I've
nothing
always said
else.
that sounds crazy.
When you go look, it's stories that there is nothing. He didn't ask the devil, did you go to the Garden of Eden? He said, where have you been?
Yeah.
So obviously there's some more places out there.
Yeah.
So when you hear that, Barack Obama finally saying they're aliens, we already knew.
We already know
it's
it.
People who believe that we're too ignorant and dumb to accept it.
Jamal, you're absolutely correct. Listen, if you go and speak to most Americans and you ask them about the existence of aliens, most of them believe it. The Vatican has even came out and spoke about the existence of extraterrestrials. Okay, so we're not in a sense debating the existence of this thing. We're debating the timing of the reason why he would do something like this. What is the reason behind it? And that's what a lot of people are talking about. Now, there's a woman by the name of Whoopi Goldberg, and she has very black lips. Yes. Her lips are really black. Yeah. You see my mustache? Yeah. She blacker than my mustache. It's very hard to do that. It is. You see this black, nice microphone? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see how thick it is? Yeah, let me stop. But you see how black it is? Yeah. Yeah, her lips darker than this. Let me tell you. Well, she was named in the Epstein file too. Whoopi Goldberg. And I want you guys to take a look at what she's saying. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. All right? I need your help. I certainly do. Let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick. All right. All right, here we go. Make sure you guys help a brother out. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I'm going to need your help. I'm certainly going to need your help. All right, here we go.
Now, in the name of transparency, can you put up?
Here we go.
My name is in the files. Yes. And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity, it should say Julian Lennon's charity, is paying for it. They don't want to charter, so they're looking for private owners. Here's the info.
That's not
and
the
they
only
give
place.
all the information. And they're saying, do you want to offer your G2? Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend, I wasn't his friend.
You were too old for him.
I was not only too old, but it was at a time, where this is just not, you used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting
you see
dragged.
that?
People actually believe
Hypocrite.
that I was with him. It's like, honey, come on. Every man that I've ever been with, you've known about him because either the Inquirer wrote it about it.
Yeah.
Your people
We know
wrote
about your
about this
black
stuff.
lips
So no,
now.
I never had this, and no, I
how
didn't get
dark
on the
her
plane
lips are.
because. You know what I would have to do to get on the plane?
Darker than that guy's.
They were trying to,
And she doesn't fly.
So they're trying
She's
to
a
get
buff
me.
babe.
They're trying to get me to get on a plane to get to this thing for Julian Lennon.
Yeah, but the thing is, they dropped like 300 names.
Yes.
And it's like flood the zone because when you're looking, there are people like Marilyn Monroe who was dead.
Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of
on
people,
the
because a
thing.
lot of the reasons your name can be mentioned are news articles, third-party emails, contacts.
Look at them
Again,
making up all
wealthy,
sorts of
famous
stuff.
people often cross in professional and social
Let
circles.
me go ahead and, ladies and gentlemen, this woman was a handler. Don't let her try to fool you. Don't let her try to fool you. This woman was a handler. Sitting there, I was just gonna take a trip, and she was a handler.
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying her hardest with her big black lips to try to finesse ya. They were talking about Trump and how he was on it. But yet, ladies and gentlemen, when she's on it, all of a sudden, your name could be on it just for eating a piece of candy. Your name could be on it. All of a sudden now, anybody's name could be on it for nothing. So you see the game that these people are trying to play. What do you think about this?
Well, Jermain, they're hypocrites. They were so willing to hurry up and say Trump and Epstein, Trump and Epstein. Now we find out Whoopi Goldberg and Epstein. Now we find out, well, I didn't fly on the plane. I never went to the Bunny Ranch. How do we know that?
Yep.
The same thing you said about Donald Trump. Now you went there. I used to hear people say, don't throw stones when you're living in a glass house. And she was living in a glass house.
Oh, yeah.
Exposing the people, and she don't like it. I don't like the way y'all are contacting me. I don't like the way y'all talking to me. Well, that's life. That's what it is. Ain't that a kick in the head?
Yeah.
Guess what, Whoopi? Y'all sit here and y'all said it about Donald Trump. Hello, Miss Ellen. You said that about Donald Trump, and now it's done came back to haunt her. I don't care if she's up there. Well, people saying, oh, that was Jeffrey Epstein, and I was with Epstein. When you played your bed, you lied in it. When you start doing President Trump your way. She wanted the loudest mouth about something. Now she got to sit there. Well, no, I ain't gonna say she gotta sit there. Now, when she run her mouth, people can be able to look at her and say, you stupid.
Absolutely. Now, had she have had something like this, Jamal, had she have had something like this, and let me go ahead and play it. This is an FBI report on Donald Trump making a report on Epstein. right? That this should exonerate him, in my personal opinion. Because ain't nobody else got a report on him like this. Play me one. You can't find one. Let me go ahead and run this.
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein. Among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder. Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club, and he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present.
There you go.
And Trump got the hell out of there. The former police chief says Trump told him to focus on Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she is evil.
Did you have any suspicions that he was molesting young women, underage women?
I had no idea.
Trump has long denied having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, but Ryder says Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein.
Wow. So there you go. Now, how come you don't got folks on The View saying this? They're not going to say it because they hate his guts. They're you know, it's The View is like Trump's ex-girlfriend. They're never going to tell you anything good about him.
Oh,
right?
no.
And you guys know what I'm talking about. If you dated women, you know what I'm talking about. You go and ask them about their previous relationship. They will never say, you know what? I was a bitch.
Never.
I did this, that, and the third. No, they're going to give you a pre-made sob story about how the guy wasn't SHIT.
Yep.
How the guy abused them. How the guy cheated on them. This, that, and the third. To throw down your defenses. Ain't that right, ladies? Yeah. Right? Trust me, guys like me, we wait for the sob story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then when you're gone, we call our friend. Yeah, she hit me with that sob story. Yeah, she said she need $100 by the first, or her phone about to be turned off. Stuff like that. And usually the sob stories in 2026 is money. She needs some sort of money. That's the sob story in 2026. Back then, the sob story was this guy is blah, blah, and blah. Brother, what do you think about this? How come these folks aren't praising Trump for him doing stuff like this?
Because they don't want to be told they're wrong. They pushed good people on both sides.
Yep,
lie.
They love it.
And they saw how long it can go. And today, they look at these Republicans. Well, how can we get the Republicans to look like us? Oh, okay. Just regurgitate one of their talking points. That's all they had to do was regurgitate one of our talking points. And we'll go, because Republicans are too stupid to realize, hey, they're helping you because they want to get Trump.
Yeah.
But Whoopi Goldberg and all of them, they knew they was there. And they thought it was over. They turned blind eyes. And they did that. They made the situation worse. And it goes to show how people hate Trump more than they love something.
Yeah.
And will sacrifice what they love and see it destroyed to get the President Trump.
I'm telling you, these people are so evil.
Yep.
And it's the same kind of thing with this next story here. This deals with Michael Jordan. Now, I don't understand why this is so much news, but it is right now. And I believe it's news because of the Epstein files and the things that are going on. And it's of Jordan trying to get some ice off a boy's shirt. And apparently people are trying to make it out to be something that it shouldn't be, in my personal opinion. I want you guys to take a look at this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
There you go. Let me play it again. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Wow. So there you go. Michael Jordan. Okay. So what happened was that Michael Jordan, he's a Daytona 500 race car owner. All right. He actually won one of the races. And first time. And they threw the Gatorade onto the little boy, the race car driver's son. All right, so he was soaked with Gatorade and he had ice on him. Now the video doesn't show the ice, but there was ice on him and he was trying to get the ice off his shirt. And by him doing that, it got fools all over the internet saying that Michael Jordan is a pedophile. I just can't understand it. What do you think about this here, Jamal? Do you believe what the internet is saying, or is this just a misunderstanding?
He needs to sue every last media division that brought that up about that. What is Michael Jordan doing? Instead of going to talk, people knew that boy was pulled with ice. He got ice. Mike is trying to knock it off him. Nike is not up here trying to play David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to cop a field. He won't doing that to that little boy. Not Michael Jordan is like, hey, let me help you. You wet, you soggy, let me help you. That's all Mike was doing. And for somebody to turn that into this, that goes to let you know what the Democrat Party and liberals would do. Everybody's trying to use these guys on the, we're trying to save and protect the children. And they're trying to get people dismissed and fired who disagree with their lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a distraction. That's all it is. You know, Michael Jordan didn't do anything wrong. I know how it looked, but it was. Do you think that Michael Jordan would do something like that right then and there where everybody's looking? I mean, liberals are dumb and retarded. They are. But even the explanation of what he was doing even sounds plausible and it looks plausible. I think these folks are crazy. You know, not everybody is a abuser, a pedophile, and a creep. And I'm so tired of it. You know, I am. I believe this is just a distraction, and they're just trying to get people off what the real issue is. Now, last but not least, I want to go ahead and show you guys this. Alex Jones was on Fresh and Fit. Shout out to Myron Gaines and them. Shout out to Flacco, my boy Flacco on there. This show was very good. If you haven't seen the Fresh and Fit podcast, not the podcast per se, but the show. Okay, I know the podcast is gonna rub some folks the wrong way, especially with some of the stuff they're saying. They're with what's going on with the culture, but I'm speaking primarily on the show that Alex Jones was on, because he said some things that a lot of folks didn't know. And I want you guys to take a look at this. When it comes back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
This is real Satanism, as congressmen have been coming out that have seen this stuff, and it's coming out. They're like, this is pure on Satanism. This is real, folks. And remember in the 80s, it came out, all the human sacrifice of Satanism. They called it the satanic scare, the hysteria. It was real. And I interviewed Ted Gunderson, who was the head of the FBI in L.A., who they wanted to be the FBI director. And he basically quit to expose all this. And he told me all this stuff. He told me...
I've seen his work.
He told me that they starve babies for like a couple days so that the men can then put their, in their mouth, and the baby sucks for dear life. That's in the emails. Epstein with university head biologist and behavioral psychologist and saying, I know you starve babies so they suck better. If you record their mother's voice, they'll suck harder.
Wow.
So they've got tips on when you're raping the baby, you're starving. And then doing this, the baby.
We might have to cut off YouTube.
Let's go Rumble.
Huh?
Yeah,
YouTube.
It's Rumble time. Yeah.
Yeah.
My point is that
we'll cut YouTube. Come on over, guys. To Rumble.
This is America. This is the files. This is the reality.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. This is what Satan is doing.
No. This is what it is, and this is what's in the files, and this is what they've been doing for a long time. And there's a reason why they've been holding these files back for so long. And
we forced it because of the crisis. Follow me on Real Alex Jones on X and our backup HAN Live for the new network. They're trying to shut me down. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry this is so horrible. I'm sorry. With the new emails today, Woody Allen, how to eat bodies, how to grind the bones, how to get great fiber out of the bones. Yeah, Woody Allen, him talking about how they're going to have great shits off eating people. We got how to deliver the meat, how to deliver the adrenochrome.
It's all there. Yeah, and they talk about how to get the adrenochrome from the back of the eye. Now, I've done research on this as well, and it is behind. There's a little sac behind your eye. Yeah, and they put a needle through there, and they get it. All right. Yeah, and it's they say it's the most best drug in the world. Yeah. And it also, besides it bringing youth to your cells and things of that nature, it gives you a euphoria out of this world. That's why they do it. Satanism is very apparent in our society. It is something that is brushed under the rug. You know how people wake up and they go to church? You wake up and you see communities of folks and they go to church and things like that. There's communities here in America, especially around Salt Lake City and Utah area, that I know personally, that they wake up just like everybody else, and they say, "Well, how's Satan?" And they go to the church, and some of them they go to Catholic churches. I kid you not, it's that evil. It is. The normal person doesn't believe in black magic. They don't, right?
Mm-mm.
The rich, the powerful, the people that control your life, they do. The smart folks, they do. Why? Why? Because it works. You go and speak to people who've delved into black magic. Every single one of them will tell you it works. And you can put yourself in great spiritual harm by doing it. They used to have a game. Jamal probably knows it. He was born around the time I was born. Ouija board. Remember that?
Oh.
They used to sell them at the stores.
We didn't play with those.
Yeah, it used to be a novelty game. Yeah, you could buy that at Target, all that stuff. Guess what? They took it out of the stores. Why do you think they took it out of the stores? Because that sucker worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. People were complaining. So people need to get over this hump. That's why people are so concerned about these Epstein files, because they want these sick perverts, the people who engaged in those type of activities, they want them to be killed.
Yep.
And I bet you guys do too. Brother, what do you think about what Alex Jones says?
Yeah, everybody knows Satanism is real. If you read the Bible, you know it's real. People worship him. It says, ye are of your father the devil. Who you think he was talking to? Remember, people have to understand, people want to say the scriptures are just talking and they're expounding. No, they're saying the scriptures are telling you, hey, this is evil. Evil is out there. When people decide to say evil is not out there, they sound stupid. Because look at everything that's happened over the past 200 years. 120 years on this earth.
Yep.
The evil that has happened. But people have to continue to push back where it shows, call it out, and nuke it. So if Alex Jones is not a devil worshiper, he won't go on that show no more.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I just wanted the folks to see that. If you haven't watched that interview and you have the stomach to, okay, because he says a lot of stuff that will make your stomach turn. Okay. And I'm a hard guy, I don't cry easily. Actually, I don't cry at all. I'm as hard as they come. But me listening to this, I got a how can I say, a feeling of hurt in my heart that was hard for me to shake away when I heard some of the stuff they do. So if you can stomach it and you're not too emotional, I would say give it a try. But if you're one of those folks where you get emotional, you get queasy when you hear things that are awful, and let me tell you, they're absolutely awful. You heard what he just said about the babies and them sucking and stuff like that? Oh, it's 10 times worse.
Yes.
So if you're queasy about stuff like that, do not just forget it. Just take my word for it. It's evil.
Yep.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show for tonight. I want to thank everybody and their mamas for coming on, hanging out with us. I also want to thank Jamal for hanging out with me as well. I should have a candidate on, a governor of Minnesota, on in the next few days here, either this week or probably this week. I'm thinking on Friday, before Anthony Allen. So I just want to put that out there. It should be a very good week. Other than that, brother, any last words for our beautiful crowd?
Just want to tell everybody, thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for making the show special. For everyone who gave, thank you. For everyone who sacrificed and donated to the pages, thank you. Also, please make sure you liked and shared. If you didn't, go back, like it. If you didn't share, go back and share it for the next day. But I just want to thank you, Jermain, for allowing me to come on the show tonight. And for everyone, thank you for all you done, watching, commenting, letting us know, keeping us on our P's and Q's.
Absolutely. People are asking. It's going to be Philip Parrish. Philip Parrish, he's running for Minnesota governor. He's been on the show before a few years ago. I don't know if he was running. I think he ran for Senate back then. But he's running for governor. He's a good man. I like him. Ex-naval intelligence officer here in Minnesota. I've met him a few times personally. Very good man. Very good man. And we need good folks to get into office. So he will be on the show. We're shooting very closely here. So be looking for that interview. Friday, we will have Anthony Allen on as well again. I'm trying to see if I can get him on Friday as well. So we have a double header. But we shall see. We shall see. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everybody for hitting that like button, sharing, for the folks who donated. I want to thank you all. Shout out to Kristen Walker as well. I don't know if I said her, but I want to make sure I put her down as well. I want to thank everybody in their mama's mama for coming out. But I want to thank everybody for sharing the clips as well. We have a lot of clips popping out, and I see folks sharing and commenting, and I'd like to thank you all. So with that being said, you guys take care. Have a very, very beautiful night, and we shall see you next time with another edition of Double Barrel J's Wednesdays. You guys take care, and we love you, all right? Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.